My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, praise be to Jesus. Today I am very happy to stand before you and share with you a few intimate thoughts of mine. The other day I was trying to meditate on the divinity of Christ, who is the second person of Trinity. In the Gospel of John chapter 1 verse 3, it is written, everything was created in and through him. The whole universe was created through Jesus. We know the galaxies. The galaxy in which we are. We have sun, moon, and so many stars, innumerable stars. Some stars even now we do not know. And the distance, it is in the light years. We can't even imagine the enormity of one galaxy, and we have millions of such galaxies in the world, in the universe. That is to show the enormity of creation. And that was done through Jesus. So how great Jesus Christ is. And now he becomes a man. He became incarnate because that was the will of the Father. Jesus humbled himself. He emptied himself and became a man like you, like me. Why? Because that was the will of the Father. Because it was the will of the Father, Jesus on the cross cried, Lord, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Because of you, I became man. According to your plan, in order to fulfill your plan, in order to fulfill your will, I became a man. And now I am on the cross, and he is asking, why have you forsaken me? How deep must have been the pain of Jesus. Now when Jesus was on the cross, because of our baptism, and we have become members of his body, the mystical body, and he is the head, because of that union, mystical union that we have achieved through baptism, the body that was on the cross was ours. The body that was in the lap of Blessed Mother was ours. The body that was buried was ours. The body that was risen was ours. The body that went up to heaven is ours. But how come? This happened 2000 years ago. And how can we say now that we are that body? That is because God is not limited in time or space. For him, yesterday, today, and tomorrow will be always now. And therefore, we are with him, united with him. Because of this unity, we are one. St. Augustine says, therefore, our voice is in his voice is in our voice. Which means, we are one with the Lord. And that is how we become children of God. When Jesus saw Saul was persecuting the Christians, he caught him on the way to Damascus and asked him, Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? When Christians through baptism became part of his body, persecuting Christians became persecuting Jesus. That is why in the Gospel of St. Matthew chapter 25, we have where Jesus says, whatever you have done to these little ones, you have done it to me. We are with Jesus. We are like Jesus. We are in Jesus, and Jesus is in us. But many people do not know this. That is why Jesus is asking us to forgive our enemies. As Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. So when they persecute us, when they throw false accusations against us, they are doing it with Jesus because we are united with him. So when we suffer, Jesus suffers equally. And similarly, we participate in his suffering. But this should become a reality. And for that, we need to change our lives, like the prodigal son, who came back. And when he came back, Father received him as son. He only prayed to be counted as one of his servants. But what does the Father do? Father accepted him as one of his sons. And he tells his elder brother, your brother was dead, now he is back to life. This is what should happen in the change of life, in our conversion. We have 10 years to make it a reality. 10 years time, 2033, the Jubilee, the Great Jubilee. Let it be a moment of salvation. Let it be a moment of my becoming God's child. Let it be a moment of God's glorification. Let it be a moment of success of the salvific plan of Jesus. And let that be the Great Jubilee. That is my wish for myself and for all of you. God bless you. Praise be to Jesus.